the Mourne Mountains in Connemara, the great bogs of Mayo, the mountains of Kerry, the old stone world of the Burren, and the pale cities of Dublin and Cork, the faces and fingers of all of us joined as one, the statues of our heroes, the forests and trees, the perfect silver rivers, the Shannon, and the midlands which hold the centre for eternity, the oceans that hold Ireland apart from the world, the poets and the dreamers, and the lovers' tongues on pages for all time, the pen and the sword clasped in one tiny newborn fist, the Celt in a soul, the light in the west that goes on and on, the wild horse and the sparrow, and the faces and the love and the darkness. Donegal and Kerry and Belfast in blood, the phoenix and the ashes, and the broken chain and the birth of a nation. The dove as it flies over in Ireland long past, the shore and the longing, the leaving and the coming home, the broken hearts and outstretched arms never to touch, the beauty of the Irish, the majesty of defiance, and the echo of the hungry. The sorrow written out of the pages, but carried in the very hearts of 5 million Irish. The swagger of our voice, and this island's magic that draws the very world to our flame. The mists rolling down Connaught Pass in Kerry, and the untouchable power that runs through the route. The smiling children, the dirty streets, the dirty faces, and the beautiful hair and eyes of our own. Coming home, the burning fires always renewed, the soft language, a thunder of anger, the pint and the furrowed brow poets, the wandering and the loss, and the giant's causeway swept over by the salty waters, and the thin green roads built by the dead, the crossroads at Lannan, and the dying in their beds, beloved in the ground, and the forgotten in the fields without names, and the heavy hearts and the grandmothers that tie the fraying ropes of our dreams. This burning Irish spirit that conquers the world, the hard and the broken of this island. The sweet flowers, the soft cool breezes, the endless rain, the stark and holy winters, the cross and the church, the fear and the shame, and the nameless weeping. The dawn in the islands, the perfection of the fox and the hawk, the sweeping valleys of the west, the eternal giving of the soil, the abundance and the hunger, the great silence and the great blue sky of her, the darkening soil, the twist of words, the genius of her tongue, the rebel and the gun, and the morning and the shadows and the return to the light, and the fields of purple heather and wild ferns falling down the glassy mountains, and the peaks and the spirits, the wasted lives and the reborn, the immigrants and the lonely elsewhere, the soft grass on bare feet, and those on their knees, and our hands that will lift them up. Ireland the poem, Ireland the energy and the love, Ireland the heartland for the world. She is still breathing and sweeping, her soft curves seducing, the magic unbreakable. The chains dropping into the abyss, our souls finally free, for this land, our land and its people will never die.